Get you one more time. I really wanna cross the line. I do it all before I die. I wanna get it on tonight. I wanna get you one more time. I really wanna cross the line. I wanna get you one more time, one more time, one more time, one more time. I want it one more time. I really need to make it right. Energy, I overdose, 'cause I'm ready to reload. I need it one more time, but baby, then again twice. But I don't know if I'm ready to let go. I'm gonna have you one more time. I'm gonna hit it one more night with you, with you. I am committed 'cause I know it's you I want. Hope I never see you go home. Oh, come along.
I'm gonna have you one more time. I'm gonna have you one more night.
I wanna get you one more time. I really wanna cross the line. I do it all before I die. I wanna get it on tonight. I wanna get you one more time. I really wanna cross the line. I wanna get you one more time, one more time, one more time, one more time. Ooh, this time I wanna take it slow. I don't need my phone. I know how to picture in my mind the nights with you. I'm ready to enjoy the ride. I don't wanna die, but I could die in your arms, 'cause I don't need to live forever.
with my baby. Top drops and raindrops, motion got me all faded. My heart got me going all crazy, and I won't be walking away. Yeah, New York in the sunshine, I'm a fool, yeah. I got love blind, and ooh yeah, got my heart out and it's covered in gold, like moonlight over Hollywood, and it's cool, yeah, 'cause you know it's good, oh baby, we'll never get old. You got it going on, I'll be there in a heartbeat. Tell me your favorite song, I'll put it on repeat. I could wait for you forever, through the storms or any weather. Yeah, you're like New York in the sunshine, I'm a fool, yeah. I got my love blind, and ooh yeah, got my heart out and it's covered in gold, like moonlight over Hollywood, and it's cool, yeah, 'cause you know it's good, oh baby, we'll never get old. Down in Cali, driving around with my baby. Top drops and raindrops, motion got me all faded. My heart got me going all crazy, and I won't be walking away, yeah.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Eat faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Just wanna be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Count 'em like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
couldn't lie to you kids. It's a fucking jungle out there. Keep your head on tight. Unknown brain to mind me, baby. Let's do it. Y'all see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, get too strong when I battle with the beast, bring a few on, the commander and the chief for my crew on, bullets rattling and whistle at your toque, never sleep, eyes open, hands clutching on my loot, this a war zone. It's a war zone. Yo, this a motherfucking war zone. It's a war zone. Yeah, feel the impact. Yeah, break it open, leaving nothing fucking intact. Hey yo, you been hacked. You're safe, hard in, but I found it, homie, been cracked. Hey yo, we been back. You been stacking, see you flexing with the thin stack. Hey bitch, you been whacked. I kill 'em all, feel the motherfucking impact. Yo, this a war zone, homie, say you ready and prepared. Take a minute, make them aware. Well, I be sneaking in the back, but it's what the clap, homie, life ain't fair. Caught me crawling through the mud with a vision, saw it clearly. Born a shepherd to these sheep, make them fear me. This a war zone, trenched out, trap house, nothing ever given. Yeah, every day's a blessing, thank the Lord, oh how I'm living. See me riding with my top down, all cops round, pedal pressing on the gas. I don't think I'll ever stop. Yo, this a war zone, homies.
Nice shot. Lock and load.
Wow, very good. Let me show you how it is done. Yeah, no. Woo, damn! That was one of the best tickle fights I've been to.
Hello and welcome. We are here. We are getting ourselves into some LOOT.BET Season 8. I am Dan Chan, and also here is Sermon. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, man. And yourself? Oh, yeah, you already said you were doing good. I did that awkward thing. I'm going to be thinking about that moment for the next, 5 hours, just cringing terribly. So let's get that out of the way and talk about the matchup we have today. It's in the 1-2 bracket, so I believe the losing team today will be heading out, and the other will have to win one more match to qualify for the playoffs. And here today, Apeks and Izako Boars. What do you think about this matchup?
I think Apeks, they should have a good time. I think actually, I think that they're probably the favourites here to take this matchup over the Izako Boars. That's certainly what the odds say. That's for sure. And obviously the Apeks side, they've had a few changes. They've got Jacob in. We'll see if he's going to be able to bring a bit of firepower to this lineup to try and elevate them a little bit further.
Yeah, I would. I would also like to express that Jacob probably is going to be a massive help. Obviously Dennis next to him, another legendary player that we've all heard of, mixed up with some other guys that should be pretty good. We did just see Apeks get absolutely spanked on Nuke by Mad Lions, but come on, that's a different caliber of team, right? We can't really expect them to win on that, especially. I mean, how much do they even play Nuke?
That is a good question. How much do they play Nuke?
Well, there's like 15 maps in the last 3 months, so that's pretty decent.
Yeah, they have an okay win rate on Nuke, but I'm not sure if we'll see it today because they've had a fair few runs of losses on it, and we actually will be seeing it today. Izako Boars are going to pick it into them.
Well, I hope they watched the previous match. They're going to be able to have a bit of an advantage here if they did. They're going to be able to see, their own setups. I don't think teams are really saving any strats in the online era. Obviously, we will be going to Vertigo first, the pick of Apeks, and then Overpass as the decider. Overall, this pick ban, I think, will be favoring the Izako Boars, actually. I mean, there are no slouches on Vertigo. They have a 50% win rate. And Overpass as well looks to be a little evened up. But Nuke, I'm gonna edge that one to the Izako Boars for this one.
Yeah, as you can see, that there is a win rates for these two teams on these maps, and exactly as you say, Izako Boars pretty decent. I mean, actually, both teams pretty decent on this one. The only thing is Apeks are sort of having themselves a bit of a mare on Nuke recently, 6 in a row loss for them. So that is going to be a bit of a difficult map for them to try and overcome, I think. And Izako Boars should feel confident about that one. But we'll see if Apeks can indeed take Vertigo away from the away as the first map in this series. Do you reckon they can take Vertigo then, or do you reckon Izako Boars are going to be able to make things very interesting?
I'm gonna go with the LOOT.BET odds and go with Apeks on that one. But yeah, Nuke. I think we're gonna be seeing a 3-mapper in this one. That should be pretty good. I don't know. Just looking at the players, there are 2 AWP players on each respective team. Marcelius and Exis. Not really a great op like battleground. Any of these maps. Overpass, I suppose, that is where you can have a lot of good AWP sort of duels going on. But until then, I don't think the big green gun is going to be that impactful. Not that those are even the most impactful players on each respective team. I mean, Shuhi and Shane, those guys are really guys to look out for here in this matchup, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely are. And we are just about to get ourselves into the game. As you can see, it is Vertigo, and these teams just get themselves all readied up. But yeah, I think Apeks, if they want to take this series, it really does rely on Vertigo. I don't think they'll have a very fun time on Nuke if push comes to shove there. If Izako Boars are able to take this first map, I think it's going to look very, very difficult for the Apeks side. But you never know. They could light things up. There could be some great star power shining through for that Apeks side.
We'll be seeing if that goes, and I think we're just about ready for the knife. Yeah, those little beeps from chat always giving it away.
And well, what side would you be preferring to start on Vertigo here? If you were in the shoes, you've won a knife round. What side are you picking?
Vertigo is kind of just going A simulator at this point.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't really matter, as usually you would prefer to start on the CT side, right? Get everything warmed up. Apeks obviously already warmed up, so that's not going to be an issue. But like to get a feel for the flow or something, I guess you would want to start there. But on this one, if you have a bunch of T strats that you've already set up and you're just waiting to execute them, T side's not a bad shout.
Yeah, I'd be saying I might actually pick the T side here, because if you want to get your sort of aim warmed up, you want to try and just dictate the pace early on in the game and sort of play to your own style rather than have it dictated by the other team. I think the T side is great for that. So the Izako Boars, they will be starting on the T side, Apeks on the CT, and we'll see how both of these teams get into things on the pistol here. Take it away.
Okay, a lot of utility coming in from the Izako Boars side. 2 players. Fully bought up in that respect, and it looks like going A simulator is off to a fantastic start here. All 5 terrorists on the ramp. Gonna be splitting up between ramp and the short area. Obviously, no one going to be hiding behind those sandbags. And the CTs, they're playing way the hell back, just waiting for this execute to conclude, and then maybe disturb it while it's being concluded. But many frags coming in already in a 4v3 situation, favoring the Ts. Actually, 2v4. Dennis on the fast flank. Nasty still holding his own front, but yeah, flank not really going to be happening. Dennis, the last one alive. A 4v1. Not going to happen. The pistol god not showing up in this one so far.
Pistol god indeed, yeah. Hopefully we'll see a bit of that pizzazz that he sometimes brings to those pistol rounds, but now it was a bit of a lackluster pistol from the Apeks side, in fact, as Izako Boars, they sort of just steamroll towards an A site, and as you say, like the going A simulator is in full effect already. But the second round should be pretty simple for the Boars here. They've got a few deagles to contend with. The scout.
The only thing they have to worry about is a stack, and as we can see, that's exactly what's happened. 4 players just around the A site, waiting for the execute to happen, with one of them pushed all the way to the end of B on the stairs, waiting for any kind of aggressions. Nasty here, waiting with the deagle on the one and done angle. But when you're this far forward, I think one and done is fine. You get that 1 kill. It's that kind of round where all you have are deagles anyway, so not really much else you can ask for. And he is done, but without 1 does fall, and the B rotate looks like it's going to be successful, with the CTs not rotating to B quite as fast as you would like, as the Ts are actually still being a little bit more cautious, throwing that utility that's going to actually solidify it. And the bomb looks like it will be going down. Apeks gonna be hunting for exits, looks like.
That's really all you can do here. I mean, yeah, you could maybe try and win the round out, I guess, but a few deagles, scout, not really the weaponry you'd want. And if they can save it into the next round, it's actually going to be a pretty decent chance to do a bit more damage next round, because obviously they won't have themselves a buy up. They force bought into this round, so they're not really going to have any cash to spend. So keeping a few deagles, keeping a scout alive is
it's basically just having a second chance, right? I mean,
yeah.
Saving with 4 players, you did nothing, and your next round will be exactly the same as this one, unless you can actually hit the shots. But yeah, just steady economic damage like that is the way. It's unfortunate that they couldn't rotate to B fast enough, or that they just gambled that, you know, it was going to be a double reverse counter bluff on the way to A, but unfortunately, they are playing a few dimensions of chess higher than the Izako Boars were on that one, and that does secure them the second round. Pistol round successfully converted, and a whole lot of grenades on the Apeks side. I wonder where they're going to stack that. No points for guessing. It's going to be A. The grenades do rain in and actually bring Avis down to very low HP. Shuhi on 60 now. Pretty interesting start. and that does give the pistols a little bit more room to work with, right? But it is going to be still a game of having to actually hit those shots, and looks like they'll be slowing the T's down even more so.
Yeah, look at the amount of damage done as well to these Izako Boars. Sweetheat definitely not going to be feeling all too well with that Galili's down to about 60. Avis 24 HP. But it's the kill for Sweetheat that is going to be... Even on that opening, Jacob falls and he tried a little bit of a boost there on the Apeks side. Not going to work out for them, but Dennis is peeking the Deagle definitely will. He's able to pick himself up a quick double headshot onto Sweetheat. He follows it up onto Tout. Izako Boars have pushed their way in towards that B site. They've gotten a lot of control there, and the bomb's just going to rotate its way over. Izako Boars should be okay to find a third here.
Definitely Nasty and Grissarin just going to be hunting a little bit. No sense into to bring the scout into the next round, you know. Not really a sniper's paradise, this map. So you may want to actually sacrifice it, but in a 2v2 situation now, they might actually have some success on the retake. Grissarin, though, going to be caught off guard as this off angle comes in from Avis. Does drop him, and Shane does the same on the other side of the map. So both aim duels not going their way. Izako Boars do secure a second. With full money for the CTs now, this is where the game actually starts.
Yeah,
excellent replays here.
Definitely. Good stuff. Good kills. Third on the board, and yeah, guns out. So Apeks, they have a chance to pull themselves back into the game. I say pull themselves back in. They're not that far down. They're only 3 rounds down, but certainly with the guns out, they're certainly going to make an impact straight away. Gruss. 2 quick kills for him. An early advantage towards the Apeks, but look at the damage done by the Izako Boars. Jacob's down on 12. Bruce is only on 30, so Apeks, they've not got all the health in the world. There could be a quick flip in the cards here. There's one player is spotted towards mid. That's Marcelius, who's going to rotate around, but Aves reads that one beautifully. Finds a quick kill, looks for a little bit more. It's only Izako Boars finding frags right now. Nasty and Gruss are now the last 2 alive for the Apeks side, as it's just kill after kill for Izako Boars as they fight back.
Man, did this one ever swing very fast. I mean, now it's a 1v3. Low HP on Grissarin. They had this round in the bag and they threw it away. A little bit sad to see. And now Izako Boars will secure a 4th, most likely. Apeks, I think they're going to have flashbacks from the last map they played just a few moments ago against Mad Lions. Hopefully not feeling too fatigued about that one. It was a best of 1, so it shouldn't be that bad. Bit of a warm-up game more than anything. But, you know, still not ideal.
No. You still get worn out, definitely. Playing too many games a day can have its toll, and I think that would be something we may see later on in the best of 3. I hope it wouldn't affect them too much here.
Yeah, first map, come on. These guys are used to, like, grinding Face-It games, like, 18 hours a day. This is child's play so far. As Grissarin does actually secure this M4 for the next round, and here you can see the impact he had with it so far, but unfortunately that was all his team was able to do in this one. The mid presence just too strong from Avis. Good stuff coming in so far, and yeah, both teams on a little bit of a mixed bag of results lately.
Yeah, neither team able to string together consistent wins, but given the level of competition, not too surprising as Sweetie, well, there goes Gruss and his M4, and Nasty will follow shortly as well, joining him in that shallow grave as 2 quick kills for the Izako Boars. Marcelius has been able to recover that M4 out of the danger zone. But for Izako Boars, 4 on the board already and 2 kills in this round against Apeks is somewhat of a min-buy here. Obviously, he had that M4 saved across. You had just up a few pistols around it.
Just sort of spend to like 2,000 roughly, and then you have enough to buy Grissarin, obviously, on a little bit more, maybe to secure the AWP. And it looks like you're going middle, just fully committing, knowing that if you stick together, you're pretty much guaranteed a refrag wherever you go. And that does exactly happen on middle, where there are still a little bit unsure as to where they want to go, but no, actually, very confident into B, a little bit too much, some would say, as Dennis is still waiting there and actually gets another one. Shane, the last one alive on 2 HP. Gonna have to plant the bomb on A, but man, this has gone pear-shaped quite quickly. They were just way too eager to get into that B bomb site. Dennis, pretty well poised for a retake here, although no kit to his name.
Yeah, well, this Molotov he has, it's going to make things so much easier.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, Shane's dead.
Ooh, too fast. Yeah, well, you were right.
Yeah.
You got the prediction right, but the outcome of the round that was implied was in fact wrong. Izako Boars do secure their 5th. And wait, no? Apeks get this one. Right? I'm just confused.
No, Izako Boars found a 5th.
Hell yeah.
He got the kill before he died.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Good stuff coming out of them so far. Apeks really starting to, like, they have to wake up at some point. They got this buy round here. Perfect opportunity to get something done. We'll be seeing how the matchups go all over the map. A little bit of presence everywhere, and the B sort of lurk, I guess. I don't know, just pushing for information. Doesn't really work out. Gets shot down by Nasty, who takes some nasty damage of his own, but does survive.
Nice.
Ooh, and a nice entry here onto A. So I think they're going to be picking up the pace now and just trying to execute onto A, especially after that second kill. Apeks with another one. Marcelius in a forward position, though, gets 1 kill with the AWP, but this is a scary place to be, and he does have the pocket smoke to get him out of dodge. He's, falls in the end, leaving us in a 2v2. Nasty on low HP, gonna be having to keep these terrorists at bay. I don't think, well, I mean, they're gonna commit to A, but at this point they could just cool off a little bit, sneak toward B, maybe even commit to A in the long run, but it looks like they will actually be going for a plant, and a little a little lineup here for Dennis. He's going to be chuffed about that one. Going to be saving the AWP as well. A good round from Apeks, just exactly what they needed, right? Right what the doctor ordered. Just as it was looking a bit hopeless, they get a buy round and they actually do something with it.
Yeah, finally we got on the board. It's their map pick. Looking scary initially again. Avis is just on a tear this game so far. He's finding frag after frag. 9 kills for him in, well, 6 rounds. That's impressive. But Apeks finally get themselves on the board, and they'll try and build on that. Gruss, though, he's only got an MP9, and that's going to be a bit of a, well, a miscreant in this round. It's not going to be all too confident in taking those longer range duels against the rifles. Can maybe position himself somewhere where that MP9 is going to be more effective. Perhaps close in the alleyway, and actually he's going to push Scaffold close towards the A ramp. And this is actually a pretty decent position for us. He just needs to make sure he's not going to give away his position too early.
He does actually need, like, utility from his team to prevent anyone on ramp just sort of wide swinging and pre-firing that angle. Obviously, the pressure that Jacob here is applying from ramp is going to be helping out tons, because they're not going to be so confident into peeking only that one angle, right? But how long can he keep that up? Exus almost nails him there at far range. But Rusarn, maybe now it's his time to actually do the wide swing himself and get something done with that MP9. Shane on the SG, an old school classic. Well, old school being the latter part of the last year, but you know what? I miss the SG era. I think it was pretty nice.
I didn't mind it. I did not mind it at all. But
what Izako Boars aren't going to mind is this A bomb site. Just trying to take it here, but Dennis being a nuisance on the edge of the smoke, just deleting them as they tried to take it. It was actually very much favoring the Izako Boars there, but that nice play from Dennis coming in at just the right time does get 2 players down, and well, all down to some lucky timings here. Shane does find the first. Marcelia still alive on Tetris with the AWP, and yeah, the bomb is like quite in the open. Yeah, never mind. It's done.
We're all dead. Apeks with a second. And a little bit of an ad there. Get yourself over to LOOT.BET. Get yourself some nice bonuses there.
Yeah, link just below the stream. Make sure to scroll on down, get those, you know how the sign up bonuses work by now. Just use them up. Great stuff.
Always love to see it.
The Izako Boars don't love to see this, though. A little bit of a reduced deco, kind of. Deagle eco, just trying to save money for the next round, and it looks like they won't actually be getting that much done. Dennis already getting 2 and spotting the bomb as well with his teammate. This is just a little bit of a filler round here until we get into the next buy round, and as Apeks do secure a 3rd, how many rounds do you think they need on Vertigo as a CT? I mean, to be comfortable on their level. Obviously, it was their map pick, so one would assume their T side isn't going to be that bad either. Usually, the maps that you pick, you have drilled basically everything you need to on the T side. So, I don't know. What do you think? How many rounds?
Generally, I'd say you'd want sort of like 5 or 6 rounds on the CT side in a sort of 50-50 matchup. However, I think for Apeks, they'll be wanting to get towards maybe 7 rounds, I'd say. Possibly
yeah, just
8.
so that
yeah,
just so that when they win on like the half on their T side, that is already enough. So
yeah,
that should be something doable. Izako Boars probably gonna be trying to stop them here as they plant themselves on the ramp again, and that smoke. That's been in the meta for a while now, and it shows no signs of stopping. That smoke is really powerful, just burning a lot of terrorist time. Unless you can sneak through, but Grusaren's job there was to stop Avis. He somehow manages to get through unnoticed.
no.
And this is going to be very dangerous. Catches him out with a nade in his hand and goes right on back. A 4v4 situation, obviously favoring the terrorists if everything is split up, but just that peek on middle was completely, like, came out of the blue. I don't think it was a good play at all, but props to him. He went for it and failed. But that did actually cost his team the round. Another very aggressive gunfight happening off the back of that. Not going to be going their way at all. And the B take, the desperation take happening. Obviously not going to be able to do anything as it was well held there by Nasty. And this is falling apart a little bit for Izako Boars. Once the gun rounds actually started, they haven't had much success.
And it's still been Avis though, having a bit of a fun time. He's been finding frags still, but needs the rest of his team to find some more because right now it's not enough.
There are in fact 5 players on a team, and unless you have Simple, I don't think the rest can be carried that easily.
Oh, you need a pretty big backpack.
You need to put all your points into like how many items
Carrying
you can
capacity.
carry. Yeah. Strength, I think, was the one in Fallout, the one that measured how much you could actually carry without slowing down. Anyway, Tau, let's find one with the Deagle there. An Nexus to capitalize on it as well. In a 4v3 situation, probably still favoring Apeks as they do have much of a like weapons advantage. Like that peak, for example, was not exactly fair for the Izako Boars side. They do lose a player off the back of that, and that's 3 players remaining, all of them congregating toward the B bomb site. Marcelius looking at them through the walls, not just kidding, he is clearing angles, and he does actually find the first crosser, but Avis does refrag him. He's been performing this one, and I think he wants that AWP. Nasty gonna deny it though, as he gets way up close. Actually, it's Avis to deny, as a 1v2 has emerged here. And Jacob, the final hope, the Norwegian god, not going to be able to get this one down. The bomb doesn't even start thinking about exploding, and the round is already over. 4-5. No, 4-6, the scoreline.
Those are some sick shots with the Deagle. Holy hell. Jeez, I mean... Yeah,
that's a lot to take in there, isn't it? I mean, just that kind of an overperformance with the Deagle, really not something you, like, you know, expect to see. It's like, I could hear the royalty-free EDM from the Frag movie already playing in the background, man. It was just surreal.
Gotta make sure it's royalty-free.
Oh yeah, you don't want to get demonetized. Who wants that?
Well, Izako Boars might be getting demonetized here as They're being torn apart as a ramp. It does end up in a 3-on-3 though. So not all is lost. There's still hope. There's still chance to find some more frags here. I mean, certainly the weapons are pretty even.
Would say. The numbers are, and as always, 3v3 does favor the terrorist side as they can push the issue anywhere they want. Vertigo, a little bit of an oddity in that respect, in that it's not just the bomb sites that are overlaid on top of each other, it is the entire friggin' map. So if you want to, rotate to the other side of the map, that is going to be a little bit more dangerous. They volleyed the sandbags, but don't actually commit to looking at it, and that's going to cost them a player. 2v2 now. Marcelius in a unexpected angle, but does actually look away at just the wrong time. Nasty, the only one alive. A nice nade lineup. Will it be enough? It does tag up 2 of the players, but a smoke here blocking him. Just not looking too hot, and Nasty does end up going down in the end. Another win for Izako Boars. Apeks, they seem to have lost their mojo a little bit in these last few rounds.
Oh, don't get disoriented. That's when he gets tilted very far to the right there.
Yeah, don't get vertigo.
No, don't get vertigo.
Wait, that's... Oh!
Those are some very cool little graphics there.
They are.
Things you do love to see. And
Good
you know what else?
value.
Yeah, you know what else you love to see?
A
team cleaning up an a team cleaning up an anti-eco in a confident style. We'll see if Izako Boars can do exactly that though, because I mean, Apeks, they only have a couple upgraded P250s as well as a few USPs, but a big stack towards its A site might catch a couple of these Boars off players. That's a nice lineup though for Avis. He's actually going to get caught by Nasty. They push forwards off that opening kill. Izako Boars are forced back. Exus missing the shot, and he's going to go for the repeat. Gets the second time of asking. As Dennis will fall, and the Izako Boars should have themselves everything they need now to close out the round. A 4-on-2. Nasty has picked up an AK. But,
and we'll be saving it.
Yeah,
probably.
I was going to say, no armor. It's going to be very difficult to do much with it. He's going to allow Jacob just to clear the path in front of him. Bit of a sacrifice with that P250, an early warning system for him.
A turret. He just has to start making the beeping noises. Apeks do wait out the rest of this bomb. Another 20 seconds, they'll be stood statically here. And yeah, Apeks not being able to do much on this pistol, but, as is expected. Last time I checked, they don't have Avis on their team, so it's not like they can just pull out a surprise victory that easily. And Tao does actually find one more, but the AK survives, and that's all that matters in the end.
King of rounds by Apeks has very emphatically come to an end earlier, and well, we're still only 4 rounds on the CT side. I'd really be hoping for them to pick up a couple more here. At least to 6, surely.
It is something that is very required at this juncture, but, they're fully bought up now. A little bit of lacking in utility for Apeks, but if they manage to get some early gunfights going and actually win them, that would actually help them out a lot. They stopped playing one player at Sandbag, so that's another thing the T's are going to have to waste utility on without actually getting anything in return. That's always nice to see. The boost will be coming in, and that's very expected. They make a little bit of noise, and they have to fall back straight away. That's actually a little bit devastating for them. But the T's have already gained a little bit of damage done to them. So that's going to be helping them out. When and how this execute actually happens, but the double peek comes in, downing the bomb. A little bit of a retake from Avis, and a 3v2 situation now as that retake goes completely pear-shaped. They start to execute on the A bomb site with CT just on the edge there. Gonna be waiting for his time to strike, probably waiting for the smokes to clear so that his teammates can get in on the action, but Tao actually spots him peeking, and that's going to be a nasty kill for him, and Nasty, the last one surviving. Downs 1, but Shane on the off angle does manage to pick him up. Another round for the Izako Boars.
Things were looking so good for Apeks there, and now it's a night for the Boars. Oh dear. They got the 2 openings. It was so nice. They went for that double peek towards ramp as well. But Shane just absolutely obliterates a couple of them and puts the Izako Boars to 9. I have a very important question here. Would you... Are you a dual Beretta fan?
I am a dual Beretta's apologist, yes.
Good. I think we'll get along just fine.
I mean, like, most people don't use them right, but they don't know that if you can, like, tap mouse 1 as fast as you possibly can, just like with the Tech 9, it does actually make the fire rate ridiculous. So that is quite a lot of damage you can do with those humble Berettas.
Yeah, I often wield them in many an eco round.
Yeah. Just a great option altogether.
Yeah, cheaper than a Deagle. Only $100 more expensive.
A great sidearm for the AWP.
Yeah. And, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking, what if they made it so you could actually just buy 1 Beretta? for $200?
That would be cheaper than a P250, but yeah, I suppose that would be something.
And then if you buy it again, you get the second one.
Very confusing for new players, but I would like to see them implement that for sure. Oh man, like these deagles, right? They are so useful, as we can see here. An opening kill already happened with them, but the tragedy of the deagle is it is blocking the R8 from actually being used in any map, in any match, because you have to forego the deagle to even equip the R8, and no one is going to be doing that. So that's a little bit of a shame. And what's also a little bit of a shame is this A-hold falling apart at the seams pretty fast, as they just sort of die at once altogether. Izako Boars winning another one and looking to finish this one off 11-4. Apeks really not finding the rounds they really needed here.
This is not fun.
Nope. Apeks are currently in Spain without the S. Izako Boars are loving life. The Polacks in the chat are pogging up.
LOOT.BET odds.
Ooh, very nice for the Izako Boars. Wait. Wait, surely that was reversed. Because 420, while it is a nice odd, I would be giving that to Apeks at this juncture. I think we got the wrong order there. I'm gonna check HLTV just in case.
Apeks, one final round to try and pick up here. I mean, Marcellus has the AWP. They have 4 rifles alongside it, but Izako Boars, they have everything they need to try and secure an 11th here in Apeks. Struggling on the CT side so far. If they can pick up a 5th here, there's still life for that second half. Right now, 11-4 looking very likely. We'll see if they can find this opening kill to give them a shot at this rounders. The hit's going to be coming in towards this B site from the Izako Boars side. A split through mid, going to work out wonderfully as Seaweed gets the first. Marcellus can only manage 1 from the back of the site. Nasty over by Quad can't even find anything. It's a quick shutdown towards that A site, and it's only Dennis who remains. A 1 versus 4. And I'll have a bit of a knock on this door, but I think he's going to get shut out of the site.
Yeah, he can knock on wood all he wants, but this round is not going their way. 11-4 for Izako Boars here. Just a catastrophic half for Apeks, in my opinion. Gonna be looking forward to their T side though. Maybe they can bring it back, but with this and then the next map being actually the pick of Izako Boars, Nuke, I'm not liking their chances so far.
No.
As we see. Yeah.
That's my opinion. Not looking good.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bad day here for Apeks. But this is a new half, new beginnings, new me, hashtag. Just gotta win this pistol round and then win, doing the math here in my head, 11 rounds in a row, and then they win. Surely that's doable. The rush to 8 looks like it is, but There's already plenty of CTs waiting there, and with only one player on utility, this one smoke and that one flash being all they have, they may not be enough. And the effects of the flash have already worn off. The plant comes in. It is going to be a fake, though. The Mexican standoff here continues. But a late push from Aves. Wide swings onto Marcelius and gets the kill. 4v4 situation unfurling here as the CTs, they're falling like flies. And then it's all over here in the end. Apeks get a very much needed round here in the second half. And let's see if they can convert the pistol, because that would set them on track to actually doing something and giving us here a real game.
Those were some sick shots from Dennis. Holy. Just watching them on the replay, even in slow motion, they're sick. So, I mean, giving a bit of life to the Apeks side there, they'll see if they can barrel this forwards as they have themselves the anti-force buy to deal with. Or well, the force buy to deal with. As, well, a couple AKs, a Glio, for the Apeks side, as that's a miss smoke.
That is, yeah, looks like a palm tree.
Yeah. But a little bit grayer than the palm trees I've seen.
The ones in Orlando, Florida, let's put it that way. And the A-take will be coming in, a MAC-10 to spearhead the attack, but not going to be very fast here. Jacob already making it to the sandbags and does actually get spotted in the end after finding a kill of his own. And 4v3 does seem to be going Apex's way so far. A committed buy from the Izako Boars as well, so this one was actually a round they were planning on winning. Not going to be happening though, as the flank is going to be doing nothing as well.
A lot of damage being done through the smoke, but Dennis will eventually deal with Shane.
Yeah. Nexus. All done to him. Will they? Yes, they will check that angle. Nasty, he's a pro. He knows to do that. And Apeks survived with 3. A successful round, a successful conversion, and probably going to be one more on the board here after this. Unless the full eco catches them off guard, of course.
I really hope it doesn't. For my own sanity, I hope it doesn't. But
that would be just too much of a CSGO moment there, wouldn't it?
Looks like the odds are a little bit more stacked in Izako's favor now.
Yeah,
1.27
it was.
Izako Boars.
I did check before on HLTV. It was actually reversed, so Apeks obviously being at a disadvantage here.
You know what I've just seen though?
What?
Marcellus on a PP Bison. He's whipped out the PP, and he's
gonna spray it all over them.
Yeah, he's got himself a couple with the PP Bison. Looking for a little bit more. There's still a couple more players to find. Could he get a 4K with a PP? That's a that's my goal of this. I love all the meme weapons. Bring them out. Give me some Bisons. Give me some Brettas. Give me the Zeuses.
I don't think we want to see the M249 meta come in though. That is way too expensive of a gun.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously, the M249, it's like because like initially I think the first bullet's accurate, but then the initial spray is just random or something, or super inaccurate. So it's just like as a weapon, there's just it's not worth the money.
I would say though, like the DPS is probably higher than any other like rifle, like AUG and M4. They don't stand a chance against it. Oh my god! He was just having a toilet break, and you stopped him there, Marcelius. Upgrading to the AK as well. Just a lovely spray with his PP into the toilet.
Yeah,
as it were. Unfortunate.
The toilet is the best place for the PP. And Izako Boars. They've lost a few rounds here now going into the second half, but Apeks, they have themselves the full buy to contend with. Izako Boars bring it into the field of battle, and decent amount of utility to work with as well for the Izako Boars. So we'll see if Apeks can continue these rounds going forward, or whether Shane's going to shut them down. That's a good opening kill. Follows it up with a second onto Jacob, and well, there's the hopes of Izako, or the hopes of Apeks. Rather dashed pretty early. Access is close range as well behind that wood panel, and I Don't think the Apeks side are even going to check that angle if they push forward. Not that they can with the Molotovs down.
Yeah, just like a catastrophic round for them so far. I mean, we've seen them outperform so much in this one. Like, I don't know, Suki, Avis, they just got their number, and I don't know how they can actually recover from this. Dennis is going to be trying it though, going toward that A bomb site, but making his presence known. A nice long flash, not going to be doing anything as Avis knows. All he has to do is just play around the boxes, get in front of the smoke. Actually does fall in the end though. Dennis is a little bit cautious. He knows something's up. He's going to be clearing short, but cannot quite find the angle, and Dennis does fall in the end. Another round going the way of the CTs. Those shots on B were just actually nuts. I mean, like, you don't see that much of the head anyway, but you managed to, like, not one tap it, but like burst that kind of small area. I always find that very fascinating.
Obviously, with the M4s, it's not an instant headshot. It requires multiple connections. So it requires more. But, well, that's impressive. Gets himself a double kill, obviously assisted by the actual team flash of Jacob there onto his teammates that blinded up a couple players.
Unfortunate. And he's back for more, just getting another one. Tao also chiming in, but he does actually fall in the end, and it's a 1v2. Nasty gonna be trying to make this work. Knows Avis is low HP, is trying to find him through the walls, but can't quite. It looks like a successful plant will be coming in, but a difficult site to hold solo. He's gonna have to push forward, so Heaven is looking mighty tasty at this point, but he will actually stay outside of it. Not sure how I feel about that. Can actually get peeked like from many different places, but he does hear some footsteps, and that's a freebie for him. Should be a freebie anyway. Does find the first, and the second will get tapped down progressively. Sort of inching his way forward here. Nasty letting the bomb go down, ring around the Rosie. Not going to be going the Izako Boars way, and Nasty does actually clutch the round for Apeks. Very well played here. Despite these nice opening kills, they do actually win the round in the end.
Great stuff from Nasty there. A huge clutch coming through. I think there's 4 kills in the round for him to give the Apeks an 8th and give them a new lease of life in this game. As Izako Boars, they are forced onto just pistols. Tao with a USP, a few Deagles among the ranks, but Avis close range might be able to find multiple kills here as they line up for him. He gets himself a double, will get sprayed down in return as Marcelius finds himself a double, but Exus is still here with a Deagle, and he's making plays, he's taking names, and it's just Jacob and Dennis to try and recover a round against mostly unarmored pistols. As there's a player in the close smoke to them, that's Suihi. His teammates are falling. He can make a play here if he gets just one. Oh, he lines them up! Huge shot from him, and he gets Izako Boars the 13th off back of just pistols.
Yeah, I mean, it's a trite joke to make. Everyone's made it at some point in their lives, but they should just buy Deagles every round. It seems to work, though. Like, they get so many of these conversions, it's unreal. Apeks just don't expect it. Oh, the sickest lineup you'll ever see.
It's not reasonable.
Oh, unreasonable.
$700, by the way.
Yeah, obviously. Now they're going for a buy colloquially known as Blaux, and it actually will be guaranteeing them the first kill. An M4 secured for Nasty. It does actually fall in the end, and yeah, the armorless Glock's not gonna be able to do much past that one kill. Tao on 11, but I hope he stays safe. Gotta self-isolate a little bit, make sure he doesn't die for this one. And Apeks will be regrouping for the B bomb site eventually. Just gotta sneak on over as Vertigo is incredibly vertical. Those footsteps would be heard, and Shane, already on the angle, knows what's up. Knows that the bomb shouldn't be far behind. That is exactly what he's waiting for here for Jacob. Gets out of the open and dies eventually. Another one for Izako Boars. Not quite Deagles, but against Glocks, you don't need those. Rifles are much preferable. The higher rate of fire, getting that aim punch going.
Apeks. They're able to muster up some weapons in this one after that ego in the last. Dennis is just left with a UMP though, so he'll be hoping that maybe a gun can be recovered early on into the round, or that maybe he can just pick up the kill quickly on that UMP. But Gruss, he pushes forward, finds Sweetie, but there's already a couple of kills for the Izako Boars. Jacob tries to trade and will do onto Avis. Dennis, there are guns that can recover now, so that UMP not going to be used anymore.
3v3 situation to close it all out. A slow A-take already in place, as it usually is. They're crossing their T's and dotting their I's, spraying everywhere, making sure no close players are present until the execute can actually begin. Then it's going to be sent out. Looks like he's going to be finding some company here. Onto Tetris, does get the spray down, and the other player falls as well. Only Shane left with the grenade in his hand. Dennis will be finding him off guard, and this is going to be a nice little round here for Apeks.
Nine on the board for the Apeks side. There's certainly still life in this game for them. 5 behind the Izako Boars. Still got a bit of a hill to climb. And there's also another one, in a non-metaphorical sense, towards the A side. They have to climb up this hill of the A ramp, and Jacob will do that efficiently as it takes down Sweetie over by the alley position.
A little bit of a misplay. They didn't actually have anyone on ramp to make sure he was safe, right? The T's just being able to sneak up on there, and they do actually find another kill, bring this to a 5v3. Yet another execute on the A bomb site, it looks like, bomb being present there, but the CTs have to worry about a whole slew of other angles now. Nasty does enter into the bomb site, finds his first kill, the second, only Shane remaining, and this is another round that the Izako Boars have thrown away. Their lead slowly dripping away. And all they really need is just that one more round, right? Once you get to 15, every single round starts with that match point chime, and that's just strikes terror in the hearts of anyone that plays the game, right? You know, you make one mistake and you will be blamed for losing the entire match. So that should definitely strike fear into their hearts. Just like Shane's right now. They know his position. They don't want him to save. They don't want the CTs to be building that economy, and Shane does actually fall in the end. Tried to upgrade to the AK, it doesn't quite work out. And it's a 10-14 situation here on Vertigo. Apeks is picked, remember?
Yeah,
so
Izako Boars
this is
showing.
pretty good, but their T side leaves something to be desired so far. I mean, their CT side. It looks like it is going to be a 14-11 as they go for a completely full save and not stack any kind of bomb site. They are just sort of going for aim duels all around the map. Going to be interesting to see what happens here.
Yeah, just default USPs. Not the same as the Deagles who were wielding last time they picked up a similar round. Obviously the Deagles can one-shot to the head. The USPs, not so much. Require a few bullets. But certainly for the Apeks side, as long as you just take things slow and methodical, they should be able to clear out all the angles required. And, well, I mean, the opening kill actually goes the way of Izako Boars. Jacob looking the other way. Gruss is able to trade out one. Marcellus with another. And that does start to solidify the round for the Apeks side with the bomb planted. With the advantage in terms of players in Apeks' favour, it's going to be very, very difficult for Izako Boars to find anything else from this round.
definitely. They're all just sort of staying back, waiting for this bomb to take down. Maybe some of the terrorists will be saving toward them, but look at this. If they save toward ramp, they will be met with a firing squad of USP's mind, but 2 of them attacking you at once. I don't think you want to be peppered with 9mm bullets if you were in their situation. It looks like... Ooh, another nice kill coming in. A 3v3 all of a sudden. A 2v1. Yeah. Only 1 player survives, an AWP, so at least the most expensive gun survives it, but that's pretty good already. And Izako Boars, they're really gonna have to work hard on this round. At least secure the match point and then work from there. Apeks not doing too shabby on the economy side either, right?
Yeah, obviously with the T-side economy, it's quite a lot easier to sort of keep under control in games like this. So, obviously you can get the bomb plants through, you can get a lot of, well, obviously the weaponry's a little bit cheaper, not needed to buy kits, that sort of stuff. It all just helps with the economy in Apeks. Losing an initial kill, Dennis is going to refrag, but only for a moment as Sweetheat. He'll pick up 2, and that leaves the Apeks side in a 2v4. They bail themselves out this one, Nasty and Marcelius. Nice opening from Nasty though. Marcelius on the AWP is going to pick up 1 of his own as he even things up into that 2v2. It's all even, and it's all Steven. Maybe not all Steven, but certainly all even.
They did sort of defend this A bomb site a little bit too aggressively here, losing that many players. Really not something that's acceptable. And the last 2 remaining players, while trying to rescue this round, maybe get someone with the bomb in their hand, really not going to be working out here. But yeah, I mean, if you see these retakes, like, he's already in the middle of the bomb site. He could be hiding in Tetris or something, waiting for the bomb to sort of move forward. But they were in a hurry to get some frags, and I think that's what ends them in the end. And with the Izako Boars' economy and the state that it is, oof, this is looking tough, and probably going to be seeing another round going the way of Apeks. But let's not count the Izako Boars out just yet.
The Deagles are on the board. The
Deagles are out, and Avis is still a god, so I may still have some... Well, as soon as I say that, of course, yeah. Well,
yeah,
Avis does fall.
Even gods can be slain, apparently.
Apparently he was a demigod. Who knew? Those are mortal after all.
EM4 for the Izako Boars. We'll be hoping to find maybe a cheeky kill, allow an extra weapon to be picked up for one of the teammates. That'll just help to give the Izako Boars a little bit extra to work with here, but already with Avis going down, things are not easy. The Molotov towards the sandbags does just eliminate that position as one that Apeks now takes their round. Nice tap from Grus. Can't find the follow-up though, as Sweetie with that M4 can pick up 1, but only 1 so far, as the rest of the team are just falling apart. It is Apeks to 13. Now they sit just 1 behind the Boars here. They come back to take their map pick.
I predicted that their T side would be better, as this was their map pick, and they do practice it quite a lot, but I didn't expect this. I didn't expect the Izako Boars to completely fluff their CT side. Especially on a map where, like, only 1 bomb site is really relevant. Being able to hold on to it, being, like, good with this early aggression, maybe something they have to work on. It looks like they will be playing it the same as before, only 1 on the ramp, but on middle, we do see 2 kills coming in here. Very good start for the Izako Boars, and with the bomb down, then a 5v2 situation, Molotov to clear out anyone playing very close to the bomb. Gonna be devastating for the Apeks side. Only Marcelius remaining in this AWP. I don't think we'll be seeing a comeback from it in the next round anytime soon. He does go down in the end, and Izako Boars get the all-important 15th. Only 1 more round remaining, separating them from the win.
As you mentioned before, there is now that match point noise, but Izako Boars, only 2 chances to take this. Only 2 chances. Apeks, just 2 rounds either. They've had a great T-half. They just need a couple more rounds. No mistakes to try and pull this one into OT. Well, the Izako Boars, they'll be feeling pretty good about themselves. A very clean round in the last. So if they can just replicate some of that success here, you know, pretty quickly onto a 16th, but we'll see what they can bring as Dennis is going to get sprayed down initially by Sweetie through that metal wall towards the ramp.
Given all the spamming we see through this wall, finally we get to see a kill come off of it, and that's really nice to see. I mean, Izako Boars, they can't afford to lose this one given the economy they have currently. It will make like a okay-ish buy in the next round, but they would actually like to get this one done in this round, and that looks pretty likely here. Actually, a 2v2 emerges all of a sudden. A whole bunch of kills happening around the A bomb site. One more terrorist goes down. Only Marcelius left, and he does fall in the end. Another round for the Izako Boars, a 16-13 finish, and that is going to conclude this first map of the best of 3. The next map, of course, will be Nuke. Any closing thoughts here for us, Dan?
Well, that's not gone the way of Izako. Well, sorry, not gone the way of Apeks hope there. Obviously, things get a lot tougher now going in towards Nuke as that second map. So for the Boars, they'll be feeling pretty confident in 16-13 win and the potential of a 2-0 here.
Yeah, Dennis top fragging with 29 kills. That's going to be heartbreaking for him, but we'll see you in the next map.
Lock and load.
Wow, very good. Let me show you how it is done. Yeah, no. That was one of the best nickel fights I've been to.
I know the sadness that cripples you. It comes in waves and out of the blue. But there are days you feel freedom too. Bask in the glorious lightning. Move like the sunlight. Darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the, move like the, move like the sunlight. Darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the, move like the. Move like the, move like the. Move like the, move like the. Radiate, radiate, radiate. Gravitate, gravitate, gravitate. Innovate, innovate,
to protect your soul.
Nice shot. Lock and load.
Wow, very good. Let me show you how it is done. Yeah, no. Woo! Damn! That was one of the best nickel fights I've been to.
Hello and welcome back. We are going to be getting ourselves into the second map shortly. I am Dan Chan, and Sermon, you're here as well, aren't you?
I certainly am here,
There
Dan
he is
Chan.
there. Yeah. And, well, for Apeks, it's going to be a tough second map, isn't it? Because, obviously, losing their opening map pick of Vertigo, they now go on to a map they've already lost today against against Mad Lions. So, it's
going to be a tough one. There's going to be flashbacks happening everywhere, you know. Just thoughts of what could have been on that match against Mad Lions. But Izako Boars probably a little bit of a less formidable foe in this one, although it is their map pick and they are no slouches on Nuke. Obviously, going to be going straight into the pistol here. Sides have been decided, and Izako Boars are going to be starting on the T side. I expect them to have a good T side here, as any good Nuke team should have everything, you know, drilled for their Ts. The CT, well, it's a lot easier to play on those. You can sort of feel the map out, not really be in control of those engagements. As we do see outside control coming in from the terrorists. Only one smoke is going to be helping them out. Has yet to be thrown, though. But Marcelius already finding some kills, actually, onto Avis here. As they make their way down into Secret, their footsteps echoing up into the big garage. Going to be signaling this B take, but they can signal all they want. They seem to find the kills anyway. Tao finds one on A. This isn't even the bomb site we're going for, guys. Yes, it is. The bomb going to be going to Shane, and Apeks completely discombobulated. No idea what's going on.
discombobulated. Not heard that word for a while.
Yeah, I try to throw a few of them in. It's on my word of the day calendar.
Yeah. I'll give you a word of the day in a bit. I've got one for you. Don't you worry.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
No, it's even better than that. As Izako Boars, they close out the round. I mean, Marcelius finds one more. 2 for him in the round, but that is all that Apeks find. Nice shots from the Izako Boars side. Tao able to just sneak his way in towards the ace without being detected there. Paves the way for his team, and they pick up the pistol round. Good stuff.
Ooh, a fully committed buy coming in from Apeks. As they do get those pistols out. A lot of grenades. Hopefully, going to be stacked somewhere. Outside is usually the main candidate. And Marcelius does throw that one. Does negligible damage to Exus. Unfortunate. And a very well telegraphed push down into the secret area. Gonna be seeing quite a few rotations onto B, I imagine. That was very uncovert, as we would say. Like, lots of footsteps just ringing on outside, and the squeaky, the decon area rather, will be opened. The bomb going down shortly. And Tao still hunting out here with a MAC-10, making some money on this round.
Jacob actually hits that shot on the guy falling down. He will get instantly traded out as, well, he and his teammates all get removed from the server. 2 on the board for Izako Boars. As you say, that hit outside down towards Secret, it was more of a blitzkrieg compared to a covert insertion, you would say.
Yeah, you would say that, but not maybe for the Polish teams here in the tournament. So, going into this one, though, Apeks, again, well, ecoing this time, but again, buying up some grenades, and those probably going to be stacked outside. They are all clumping up toward their Nexus in a little bit of trouble. Should that hit him? It does actually hit Suki a lot more than him, and at least 1 kill comes out on... Well, 2 kills come out outside. That's pretty good for them so far. Jacob, last one alive. It gets tagged up. Probably not going to be finding anyone, but they are so low HP. 2 of them within 1 deagle shot distance. That is pretty good stuff from him if he can capitalize, and he does actually fall in the end. But 2 kills happening on a round like that, I don't think they'll be too worried about it. Going to be going into the first buy round right after this. That's actually where the game really starts, but after already losing Nuke today against Mad Lions, I don't think they're too optimistic here. Hopefully, a round win comes in, and they can start getting their spirits up.
Apeks will be hoping they can get themselves back onto terra firma here. As right now a little bit shaky. As Izako Boars 3-0 in the lead on their T side, and yeah, generally a fairly CT-sided map. Nuke, I assume you'd agree with me in that regard. However, recently it has swung more and more in favor of Ts.
It is a bit of a changing thing, right?
Yeah. I think it varies a lot on the teams though that are taking place.
For sure. Just depending on how developed they are with their T-side meta. And Dennis not paying attention as he does actually fall there. Can't really quite secure even one frag. But 2 frags do ring in for Izako Boars. I mean, for Apeks anyway. As Izako Boars, only 3 remaining. 2 down secret and 1 still outside. Waiting for some rotators to offer themselves up as easy pickings. But also does open up the opportunity for them to maybe reconsider and go A. Should be fun to find out. Tau hunting, but does actually upgrade to the AK and goes down. Grusarin holding from the control room, gonna be hearing this B take happening. If he can stop it, that would be great. 1 man down. Only 2 more. Bomb on their backs. Going to be having to hunt for these kills, but Grusarin's already relocated. That's always good to do once your location has been known, right? You usually go somewhere else. That way the Ts have no idea where you are and have to expend another player or a piece of utility to get you out. They do molly the cubby area, but that's not going, and swings out toward the double doors. Not going to be going his way, but with only Tau surviving, that's not going to matter. He is so low HP, swings out into the open, and it falls eventually, bringing Apeks to their first round, and hopefully their spirits lifted by this round win, hoping to get a few more here on the CT side.
I mean, definitely hoping to get a few more on the CT side. 1 would not be enough. No matter whatever way you spin it, 1 would not be enough on the CT side of Nuke. So if they can follow up here, they can force the Izako Boars into an eco, and I'd give Apeks a run at 3 rounds.
Yeah, that is kind of what I meant. Like, just more rounds in a row. Like, usually it is, CSGO is a bit confidence or like momentum base. Yeah, just as soon as you win 1, if you can string together a few rounds, there's actually no stopping you until the other team figures something out. So obviously, a few rounds here in the early game would be great. But deep outside presence, hopefully going to be throwing a wrench into their plans here with Dennis getting behind them pretty quick, but will he get there fast enough before the A take? Not likely. Shane already down the vents, and Jacob couldn't stop the vent dive. The vent divers here going to be planting the bomb on B, as well they called the info, but only Marcelli is here to watch it from ramp. It's mollied off of one corner, is forced into another, and that's exactly where he is found. Shuhi also watching the back, the flank, not going to be... Yeah, that Molotov was actually very sus. Like, how did they know to get him there? I guess he made some footsteps. This isn't gonna matter in the end. The 3 of them, the 3 Apeks players, just decide to save these weapons. I mean, if you have 3 people surviving, obviously your economy isn't taking a hit off of doing that. You do lose a round, but a 3v4 retake on the B-bomb site, not terribly likely, like, stats-wise, is it?
For Apeks, I feel like these weapons, obviously they've got Dennis and Nasty who could drop over to Marcelius and Gruss, so that gives them a pretty decent buy for this next round. Dennis will be quite light on utility though, so he might decide just to drop a FAMAS over instead, so he can get himself a bit of extra utility. But no, we'll give him the whole hog, the full M4.
As the M4 hog. Yeah. Still waiting for that skin to come out. Like Izako Boars branding could be going in there, you know. You got to diversify your incomes as a team nowadays. Just ask all your fans to vote for him on the Steam Workshop. It's a flawless plan. Tried before by many organizations, it didn't work. So anyway, the A-bomb site take has been going on. The Izako Boars losing many players, just losing the gunfight, the initial one coming out of Hut. Not going to be going their way as Exus does fall here relatively quickly. Like, this is one of the shortest rounds we're going to be seeing past an eco. And an eco looks like it isn't going to be necessary from the Izako Boars side, but they are going to be considering their options. Like, what can you even do with this kind of a buy?
The biggest pain for them right now is Exus on 1500. That sort of... You'd want to go for a force buy with that sort of economy, and they do.
Mm-hmm.
He leaves a bit of cash. Okay, now he buys up. And yeah, it is the force buy. They have 2 deagles, a few rifles. Not the best weapon in the world, but they can still try and find some damage. Maybe get those pistols upgraded, but Shane will get taken down almost immediately, as will Exus. And that is not the start that Izako Boars were hoping for.
Definitely not. And we've seen what they can do with deagles in the previous map, right? Just the insane kills they got. Pretty much not replicable here on Nuke, sadly. Not as far as we could see. Dennis does get killed, though. And the 3v4 situation was looking pretty good, but with one more player downed, a 2v4, not looking terribly likely. So especially with Jacob here on the prowl. Oh, with the nice Kobe into changing room as well. Gonna be leaving Tao alone with only 5 HP and a bomb in his back, an AK in his hand, and hopes and dreams in his mind. Decides to actually fall back here, and I don't think he's going for a save. 50 seconds, a little bit too tall of an ask to not get hunted down in that meantime. Plus, he lacks any kind of money, so taking an AK into the next round won't be that valuable, as he will be out of sync economically with the rest of his team.
Another issue with trying to save that weapon as well would have been just sort of the uneven economy that the Izako Boars would have had. Obviously, they can buy up in the next round if you win this one. Whereas
exactly.
This one, no cash, it's been very difficult, as Grus just finds himself a quick 4. Doesn't know that Exus has already passed across, but Exus with the Glock, he can't find the shots. And it is Apeks tying things up 4-4. So the CT side starting to get a bit of oomph behind it now.
Definitely. I mean, it was just a round against Glauks, but it is sort of nice to have nothing go wrong for you in that kind of a round. You are 1v5 going on in this kind of a situation, right? If you can just spray down 4 and then have like a bit of a messy fight with the last one, probably the best case scenario for you, that given that he survives. And well, a tied up scoreline here, gonna be setting the tone for this full buy versus full buy round. Gonna be looking forward to see what the T's can do. Outside presence established, but Marcellia is already in secret. Gonna be spotting toward the red container and does actually find one. And the rest seem to have decided for the other path. Path of least resistance, and only one man was there to resist, but he is down very fast as Marcellius is reconsidering his options and flicking his AWP onto the incoming terrorist. Just a very nice shot there. A 2v4 situation for Izako Boars. Not going to be going their way this time as Apeks pick up another round, and they've really woken up on this CT half.
Do take the lead, and they'll take plenty of guns in the next round as well, which is always fun to see.
Building that economy, man.
Definitely.
Getting that paper.
Yeah. Dollar. They'll be able to fill a bathtub with it soon. Get themselves a bit of a swim time.
Like a Scrooge McDuck style money pit.
Exactly. Can't do that.
Never quite sure how he made that work, though. That was a whole like pit full of golden coins. Those are very heavy. Swimming through those, like just getting buried yourself in them, would probably crush you. I question the physics of cartoons sometimes.
Definitely. Can't really do that in the UK either. Because if you take out £1, it's in coins. So not the easiest to try and bathe in or swim in. Very heavy compared to the floaty like paper.
And compared to that kind of a money pit, that kind of money is certainly not in the hands of the Izako Boars in this one. A timeout probably called by them. 3K across the board. With that, you can't even buy armor and a decent rifle. So for this one, maybe they're going to be going for like a deagle buy.
Most likely, yeah. I expect they probably just get a few upgraded pistols through.
They do have quite a bit of a loss bonus at this point already in the bank, so perhaps they can even be a little bit more aggressive with it. I'm sure they're doing the math. They're getting their calculators out, their abacuses, trying to figure out how much money they can spend here while still buying on the next round. Or maybe it's a technical pause. We never know.
I believe it is technical.
Oh, it has been going on for quite a while now, hasn't it? Their calculators broke. Admin, pause. Why does it say syntax error?
Please don't remind me of that. Please don't remind me of that life of a software developer.
Ever had to use a graphing calculator?
No, actually, I haven't.
Oh, those were the best. You could like install Doom on there. So good.
Jesus.
Oh, someone made it work. Someone ported Doom to I
Just
don't know
the
how many
original
levels.
Doom.
Yeah, it's a very small game. It's like 1 megabyte or something. But yeah, he did get the original Doom onto a graphing calculator, and then someone actually like made a large like potato battery, just like hundreds of potatoes all daisy chained together, right? And then he powered the calculator off of that, so he literally ran Doom on potatoes. Just a fantastic way to spend your life.
What better way could you spend your life, actually? I guess watching some great Counter-Strike would be another option.
That is my second pick usually, yeah. Potato battery, potato battery powered Doom #1. #2, watching some great CS, some LOOT.BET Season 8, good stuff. Watching Apeks lose on Nuke twice in a row in the same day. Nah, that's they are in the lead right now. I'm not gonna keep roasting them. They've been doing okay on the buy round, so it does look pretty good for them so far. But Izako Boars, I mean, how much longer can they really not put themselves together? And obviously, you know, their map pick, CT side. Maybe that's the half that they have really figured out, so maybe those counter strats will be coming in once it's Apex's turn to set the pace. And, you know, if you already know what they're going to be doing, pretty much can just drive over them.
What they're going to drive over them with? Is it just going to be like a bit of a bigger regular car? Are you going to upgrade to a van? Is it going to be a truck?
I'm going to say it.
Steamroll.
You can't see it right now because Marcellus is looking the other way, but there is an APC just behind them. And armored personnel. Yeah, armored personnel vehicles. I mean, look at the T's. All they have over there is a truck.
Hey, trucks. Don't knock a good truck.
I know, but against an APC, I mean, those things are expensive, man. They have good armor plating. They have good carrying capacity. They have a mounted LMG.
Not always. Not always.
The good ones do.
Yeah, I guess.
And look, Jacob has 9K. I think he can just buy an M249 and mount it on there. Would be good stuff. Oh, Marcellus has 12K. Never mind. But he needs his AWP money. Let's leave his alone.
Oh dear. We should bring back a Funk vehicle to CS.
Oh, Funk vehicle is a right, not a choice. War Owl 2018 or something. Yeah, no. For those of you who don't know, in the previous versions of Counter-Strike, you wouldn't really play matchmaking like we do now. It was basically one of those games where you would just look at the community browser and just find like weird servers with weird rules and weird physics, and sometimes with drivable vehicles. You could like get into something like and just drive a vehicle around, and then your teammates would be on that vehicle shooting other people. It was terrible. The hit registration was just not there. But
It
everyone
was
was playing
fun.
on everyone was playing on 60 hertz monitors with like crappy PCs. And come on, man, that wasn't up for the days.
Yeah.
A real different time.
CRT monitors.
No,
Gosh.
CRTs were like high refresh rate, 120 hertz. And then as soon as thinner LCDs came out, all the like sponsors were forcing players to adopt those 60 hertz monitors because they were trying to push them.
Yeah.
And it was a dark time. The late 2000s, not a great time for CS, especially since everything went pear shaped after the economic recession. But it was all basically tied to like a few, like one TV program. I don't know how powerful World Cyber Games was at that point, but they kind of lost a lot of sponsorships at the time, and then there was no backup. Twitch obviously wasn't a thing yet, so all the money kind of dried up. So if we see some more economic turmoil, I don't think it's going to happen to CS again. Too big to fail at this point. Lots of, even during Corona, we're doing like good viewership here. All that good stuff. And we are actually back into the game. That was a longer technical pause than we would like, but we do get back into it. And Izako Boars looks like they did just what we were predicting. Spending down to about 2,000, hoping to do something with these Tech 9s. Hopefully going to be able to do something. Not going to see a repeat of the last round on ramp. Hopefully. Grusaro, though. Oh, boy. Yeah, no, it's a complete... It was even faster than the full eco.
Almost an ace. Almost his second ace of the game.
He's been buffing those stats.
Nasty did steal away one of the kills, though. So, but 4 kills, I'm sure I'll be happy. Obviously, it is just against the ecos, but certainly even just anti-eco kills, they definitely just build up your confidence a bit more.
For sure.
When those guns do come a knocking, you won't be a rocking. You'll be Izako Boars with the 5 AKs, with the 4 AKs as Marcelius picks off one. And Dennis around the edge of the smoke might catch the player as well, and he will. Avis will fall. Luckily there was a trade for that kill, but still it's Apeks with the man advantage.
And a quick kill here on A. Izako Boars losing yet another player, and then another one. Only Shuhi left. Just here in secret, gonna be trying to do something, but not looking terribly likely. Is gonna be sneaking toward the bomb. Do the CTs even know it's down in lobby? It's behind the smoke right now, so I don't imagine they do. But they don't need to exactly know it when it's this kind of a disadvantage, and Nasty does do a little bit of a pixel spam there. Let's find the kill in the end. And Apeks do secure a 7th round. Izako Boars really on the back foot here.
Remember, it is that T side they found 4 rounds already. Not too shabby, though. We're hoping they can pick up a few more, though. Definitely wanting a few more on the CT side, or on the T side rather, of Nuke. If they can get up to 5 or 6, that would be a pretty sweet deal for them, I think.
Yeah, the lack of bomb plants really not helping them out here. I mean, look, they have to basically eco every other round, and that's every other round in Apex's pocket. So, ooh, Shuki with these kinds of plays, though, you don't need any kind of utility there to help you out. Where it just goes out and gets the kills. The A bomb site thoroughly in their control, but some nice refrags here outside happen, and 3v3 situation emerges, though Dennis is on very low HP. The bomb actually going down now.
Marcelius took a lot of damage from the nade as well, as now all these Izako Boar players have weapons and armor, so this is going to be a full-on retake needed for the Apeks side, and with Dennis low, Marcelius not on the best of HP, it's not going to be easy. Gruss is going to be wielding a secondary AWP, actually switches it into the hands of Dennis considering the low HP. And Marcelius is going to try and create a bit of presence from heaven. That Molotov does force the play back in towards Hut. Gives a bit of extra space to work with, but time is running so thin. It goes 1-for-1 early, but Grussi trades out, and Apeks, they realise, you know what, this isn't going to work out. Tal's still in the site. It's going to be the bomb exploding. Izako will find the 5th off the back of a partial buy. He had 1 AK bought up, a few pistols, and they're able to pick it up.
Yeah, all you need is some very nice entries there from Shuhi, I believe it was. Just walks into the site, gets two, well, one tap and two, like, and the other one was a spray down, just dominating that A bomb site, and then you just win the round off the back of it. Any kind of refrag that happened afterwards, completely worthless. And yeah, even if they managed to get onto that site with that kind of a low HP that they had, a Molotov from heaven would have surely stopped any kind of plans they had for that. And well, we'll be seeing what they can do in this round, though. 5 rounds already to their name. Gonna be, let's say, good enough. Let's see what they can do anything more. Not off to a good start, as Jacob does find the first. Trying to vent dive. Not going for the knife, as Simple did in that excellent clip where he just put the mouse off of the mouse mat and sort of clicked the knife. I don't know if you saw that one.
I'm just going to pretend I did.
Oh, it was so good, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was really just exceptional knife work. I'm sure I probably have, but I just can't remember. As Apeks, they're making things difficult for the Izako Boars, as with the guns out yet again for the Boars, they're faltering. However, Shane gets one. X is trying to shoot through the wall to find Marcelius, who is low HP. Hasn't been able to get the kill, though. With Exus falling, it is now just Shane. He walked into the crosshair of that AWP and will fall. And it will be Apeks 2-8. They'll take the lead for half-time.
Hopefully Izako Boars can salvage at least one more round here. With this kind of money, they are going to be going for it, and that's a bit of a risky buy, right? I mean, if you forego this one, in the next one you have basically zero chance of winning it, and that would bring Apeks to a 10-5 lead. Having to win 11 rounds on your T-half, even if you're already anti-stratting Apeks because you watched their other match they played yesterday, like today, just before this man. I mean, it's possible, but I'm not liking their chances. They execute.
Faked a little bit while they go toward ramp, hoping that whatever CT occupied this place previously, would be put that back. But Grusarin does rotate in time, and actually a team kill coming in there at the end. Only 3 players with the T side survive, and Izako Boars, well, what can they really do? The presence on B already present, but bomb will be going down as every single entry point has been secured. So now the retake is on.
Yeah, they have a lot of manpower here from the Apeks side, but Izako Boars, they have the position. Can they find the frags? Tau certainly can't. And neither can Exus. It's all up towards CD as he's up on the rafters trying to find shots. Has already a kill to his name, but looking for a little bit more. He's going to close the doors behind him. Hopefully find a bit of spam, but Marcelius, with 2 points of health remaining, will bang him out through the doors, and it will be 9 for the Apeks side.
Not going too good for Izako right now. I think before we went live, what was your prediction? Didn't you call that one team would win the other team's pick, but then lose their own? Was it in this order, or did you get the order wrong?
Well, I said that it doesn't really matter what the order is, does it? Because if you win the opponent's map pick.
Yeah, but like, which team did you predict would win what?
Apeks.
Oh yeah. So you still had Apeks for winning the whole thing?
Yeah, just off the off the basis of them being the more favourite team out of the two. I think it was. I think I said that Izako would be able to pick up the opponent's map pick, but then Apeks would win their opponent's map pick and then the decider as well. I'm not sure if I said like it was going to be Izako's map pick first or Apeks' map pick first, but yes, that doesn't really matter. Yeah. I'm going to stick to it.
You are Mr. LOOT.BET Mafia himself, predicting every single match. And we'll be seeing if they predict this A-take now. Shane already close in the hut, but Nasty up close, gets the double spray down. He falls eventually, but a 3v2 situation going to be good for the Apeks side. And Jacob already sneaking out of these vents. Will they expect him to be here so fast? It's like he's going to let the bomb go down, but the bomb planter also going down, and as well as his teammate right next to him, bringing us to the end of this half. Apeks on 10, Izako Boars still on 5, and this is going to have to be 11 rounds for the Izako Boars on their T side. I'm not liking their chances, man.
No, it's not the best half on your own pick of Nuke. However, I mean, there's certainly still opportunity going on to that CT half to try and pick up this map. Certainly if they can get themselves a good start, things can definitely swing into their favour. Claim a few rounds back quickly, especially if they win the first gun round out as well.
We'll be seeing how this one goes. Hold up, is that a P250 on Dennis? They gave the pistol god his own raid boss build.
Yeah.
He has an upgraded pistol and armor with utility from Nasty to help out a little bit. Tao on utility duty for his side, as Aves does go for the kit as well. See what they can do with that. Only one player outside for Apeks. Going to be making some noise. The rest from lobby going to be going here toward the ramp area, and Nexus knows what's up. Actually manages to get out of dodge in time, but with only 5 HP left. This is going to be a bit more difficult. Gets one in the end, so that's something, but retake, oof, gonna be pretty difficult. The Dennis build really helping them out here, and all down to Avis to actually find an entry, and an entry he does find. A 3v3 situation now. Kit still in play. Let's see if they can do it. Shane already out, gets one, and just Jacob survives. Is he going to be able to deny this in any way, shape, or form? He doesn't manage to even get the fight at double doors. Avis does go for the defuse here at the end. Oh boy, yeah, okay, it survives. He had the kit, so they switched out just in time. And that was phenomenally retaken by the Izako Boars side.
Didn't drop a single play there on the retake, the 3-on-4. They just bang out everybody and give the Boars a 6. And that is exactly what I said would propel them into this second half. The pistol round victory. They can clean up the follow-up though, because Apeks obviously with that bomb plant have themselves a pretty decent time of things. A couple AKs, a scout, a Galil. Not all half bad.
Even an AUG on Exus there. Just gonna be really useful for these outside corners, right? So long, you really do need that scope to help out. See if they can do anything with that. Looks like Secret is going to be the secret destination here for them. Losing one player, losing two. Avis out of Secret, just gonna be fading away into the smoke, or will he actually be pushing it? Does a bit of a one-way for himself. That's pretty good. But the Apeks players fall regardless. And a really nice round coming in from Izako Boars, securing the pistol conversion here, as Apeks are going to be forced into a save with only $2,000 across the board for them. This is starting to look okay for Izako. I mean, yeah, it is only the pistol conversion, but that's already the first win condition here, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely is, and as they secure the second round super cleanly as well. Not a single player going down. I'm not even sure if any damage was really done towards the Boars' side. It makes things in this next round even easier. They're able to carry MP9 forward and get a few kills with it. He will eventually get taken down by Jacob, who was the last man standing. But all the players on the hunt for him. The bomb dropped towards the yard. It's certainly not going to be a fun time for him. But maybe he can get a kill or two more. He does spot out one player, but Shane will finish him off. M4 wraps up the kill, and it is going to be just a nice little replay of Weehy outside getting 3 kills with that MP9. A nice flick downwards onto that third player.
Well played for them for sure. Going to be our first buy versus buy round here in this half. I'll be looking forward to seeing what the T's are going to be doing. I mean, obviously the outside smokes probably coming in as standard at this point. Going to be forcing the CTs to consider the fact that they may be in secret already. But the bomb strongly favoring this squeaky area, and once that opens, we're going to be looking into main, but can't actually find anything. Marcelius with the spray only manages to make Suki's shoes red, as the smoke will be delaying further, and the outside present fake currently not fooling anybody.
Sweetie taken down through the hut wall there. I remember when there used to be a window in the hut that you could see towards main through.
Dark times.
Yeah.
No one enjoyed that spot. That
I
was
certainly
one of the
did.
more broken things.
I had a special strat for that in my books, where I would I'd buy a green on the T side and just post up watching through that and just tap the head off anybody who went main. It was so much fun. But you know what else is fun? Tau on an MP9 taking down Dennis. That is fun for the Boars. Less so fun for Apeks, and especially Dennis, who is now dead. Which is definitely not fun. Never want to be dead.
Fun for the whole family. This A-take also bringing us some joy, as Shane with a very nice angle here, only good for one, but does bring Grusarin down to very low HP, and Tau on the fast flank. He's going to be hearing the bomb plant, and that's not going to actually be going down right now. Not punching in those digits fast enough and through the wall! Tau, god damn, you're good. Just hearing him through the wall, spraying in his general direction, and does manage to get the kill eventually, like, you know, the reduced HP helping out there. Izako Boars, man, they are bringing this one back.
Yeah, certainly CT side looking a lot stronger. Izako Boars, a bit of a bonus round there as well. Obviously, he had that MP9 still for Tau. He does upgrade into the AK as well, and actually clutches out the round from there, getting 3 kills for himself. Great spray through the wall. Here's those steps, and just responds in kind.
Bit of a sneaky beaky kind of strat going towards Secret, not the blitzkrieg we're used to, but they do pick up the pace toward the end though, so that's going to be telegraphed, and the player downstairs going to be smoking them off. A little
Them down, 3 of them down completely, as Apeks, with only 2 players surviving, are going to have quite a bit of a hard time planting this bomb. If Tau has anything to say about it, he has fallen back from his ramp position into Cubby on B. We'll be seeing if he can prevent the bomb plant here, already getting some help from ramp. And that's going to be it for this round. Yet another one for the Izako Boars side. That's going pretty good so far. I mean, they have managed to even up the score. That was the second win condition for them on this half. It looks like, I mean, they haven't dropped a single round yet. This is looking really good for them.
Yeah, in that game earlier with Mad Lions and Apeks, it was actually a pretty bad half, I think, from Apeks on the... Which half was it? They only found 4 rounds. I think it was CT, they only found 4 rounds.
Yeah, they did get stomped on that one.
So it was definitely not fun for them, and now they're starting to feel that pressure again as Izako Boars. It's 5 in a row.
Looking to break the streak here is Apeks as they go outside yet again. Always got to put presence in there, otherwise you give the CTs way too much comfort. And ooh, a comfortable angle here from Avis, finding one off guard, but now he's a little bit stuck, so he's gonna need help from his teammates, and that does arrive. 2 T's already down. Shuhi helping out from main. Does spot one more, forces him into a 2v1 trade, and does fall there as Tau does spot the final 2 players here on ramp. Downs the bomb himself, doesn't even fall back, he just wants the bomb. And now Nasty. This would be a nasty round to win, but I don't think it's going to be happening.
Certainly not in a 1v4. I mean, it would be a Herculean effort, and he got out the gun there. Either way, if he did, he's gone baited because Tau swings out from the other angle, and it will be 11 for the Izako Boars. They take the lead in this game. 6 in a row now on the CT side.
Looking like they're going to be fighting the 7th. I mean, look at the buy from Apeks. It's pistols. They bought down to like 200 to 300. That's going to be a bit of an easy round. Although all that utility does mean they will be going outside. No, they won't actually. They got baited. They were going for a vent dive, I think. The bomb really in front of that whole aggression, and Excess does prevent it. As they do actually rush into A. Nasty with the nasty kill there onto the A site. Will be going down eventually. It's all down to Dennis and Marcelius. Oof, but not really going good for them either. Just stuck, no man's land, nowhere to go, no one to call. As the Izako Boars do claim their 6th. And the 7th round in a row will not be as easy. The T economy recovered somewhat.
Yeah, but look at the...
bit of an understatement, but yeah, you know what I mean.
I mean, like, Avis on the CT side now has, what was it, like 12k, I think, before the buys came through. So, Izako Boars, they're really just rolling in cash, and, I mean, much like a pig rolls in the mud, they're just rolling in their dollar bills, having a whale of a time. Although, I mean, Sweetie's a little bit low. The rest of his team are going to be able to make up for that in a pretty substantial way. But it's now 7 in a row for the Boars on the CT side, and we'll see if they can make it 8. As this is their map pick, they've already taken Vertigo, which was the map pick of Apeks, and that nade is going to do quite a lot of damage towards Grossan, as if you take tag down low. He's still going to make his way down.
Oof, with 2 players down, though, Izako Boars are going to be sweating in this one. Maybe this is where their streak ends. Avis trying to have a say in that. The 2v3 situation for him, and it looks like he will be traded. Yes, he will. Jacob does connect, and only X is left. Maybe going to be saving this AWP, but with their economy exploding as it is, maybe that's not actually something he wants to do. Maybe he's going to be going for kills. We're seeing what his team actually tells him to do.
Player just behind him now, Nasty. Oh, did he spot him in the vent? Not quite. We should have heard him in the vent, though, with all those stompy noises. Exus, his position is very well known, and Nasty will finish him off. Not a knife. Not a knife in the back, but it is still an 11th for the Apeks side, as they keep quite a few players alive there. 4, in fact. Izako Boars, as we mentioned, have plenty of economy. Exus rebuys the AWP. They have all of the trimmings they need for a hearty meal today. Can they dine, though? Or will their evening get cut short, and then will he only be sent home with the bread? I don't mean the bread is in a dub. I mean bread is in the little bread tray they give you at a restaurant before you have your meal.
Do they let you take that in doggy bags home? I never tried.
I mean, I feel like you just stuff it in your pockets, to be honest. I don't really feel like they care too much about the bread being gone. I feel like they replace it after everyone leaves anyway.
Yeah, it's been on like 5 tables already before you. The ramp has been taken by Apeks. That's a pretty good acquisition here for them. And a speedy B take already coming in. Izako Boars going to be ready for it. Access certainly will be here. In control room, does hear someone enter and does shut him down.
Oh,
and
Lord.
Boards as well. Exus is just pogging off here as only 2 Apeks players survive. Make that 1. Marcelius, the last one alive. He can't quite wield the AWP like he can. And this is going to be an excellent round for Exus and a great round for Izako Boars in general. That was just sick.
You could almost say it was an excellent round.
You almost made that work.
Excellent round. We'll go with that. Fair enough. Not my finest work.
He X'd our expectations.
That was even worse.
That was even worse. I'm like in a competition right now for who can do the worst pun with a player name. The kinds that don't even work. Bonus points.
Yeah. I remember a few days ago on another event I was doing. There was a team and it was just full of names, and I was just rinsing them off one by one. Just there was a player called like I can't remember anymore. One was called like Rolex or something. There was a lot of time puns with that one. A lot of time puns with that one. think there was... Jeez, I really can't remember anymore. Should have written them down.
Oh, you got time to check the HLTV page. I'll take over for a little while. Apeks.
It's really not that important.
Yes, it is. This is prime content here we're delivering.
Oh dear.
Either way, Apeks has taken outside control. Exis being helpful here from the heaven position. And they have decided, instead of going down secret, to actually continue with the outside control. They do secure a kill, but Exis does as well. In a 3v3 situation, will he know that Jacob is this close? Only 2 players left on the Apeks side, and this would be a great kill to secure, but he does actually get refragged. A great lineup for him. Doesn't actually manage to execute upon it, to take...
Execute.
Oh, wow, okay. I'll do that. Either way, Dennis, being a menace here with this bomb on his back, gonna be going toward heaven, but Exis may be looking to send him down to hell. As he does hear the landing, and okay, an unorthodox
Did he have enough time?
there. No, he does not.
Oh, he
does. Just barely miscalculated by Exis. Uncharacteristically, but it's okay. Shane is a spraying god, does continue to spray a little bit more in celebration as Izako Boars do secure. Oh my god, the celebrations just keep on coming. He's just gonna empty this back.
Do him dirty! Right? Do him dirty! Do it!
Do love this kind of display coming in. Like, some would call it BM, but I think it's good-natured banter.
Showmanship, I'd like to call it.
Yeah, just giving the folks at home a good time, you know. Anyone that bet on the opposite team winning, they're probably not liking him as much right now, but hey, it's his Twitter DMs, not mine, so.
You'd be surprised.
Haven't actually gotten any hate on mine, so if you
give me some messages. I don't care if they're hateful. I haven't received any yet.
No. I have to say, your Twitter's looking a little bare at the moment. That's something you have to improve, I feel like.
Gotta up my game there, yeah.
You definitely give us both a follow if you enjoy us. Or not, whichever. If you think we're pretty bad, fair enough. Send us hate.
It's all engagement.
Yeah. Even negative engagement is still engagement. So.
Yeah. That's why if you see a YouTuber and you dislike their video, they're still like getting some good metrics off of the back of that. So they kind of serve the opposite effect to what you would actually expect, I suppose. But as we've been talking about that, this round hasn't really progressed much. A minute down, and already, like, the T's have just been kept back this entire time. Trying to make something happen on this A site, but it looks like the CTs, they are running low on utility, and this is going to be an execute soon. Shane on the up angle here with help right above. That is going to be super helpful.
Help is generally helpful.
Oh, man. Really
this is a slaughter. This is an absolute massacre.
The Apeks, they were just waiting for this A take for like so long and nothing happened. And once they do explode out there, they just lose like players one by one. So many CTs on that A bomb site. Like, look, I have this right here, one on top of HUD. Just what can you do? What can you do?
They've been fed to the boars, not the wolves, the boars. As
the boars are very vicious as well.
They are. They have the tusks in their mouths, you know.
Mothers very protective of their children. That's how I got fired from the zoo.
I won't divulge more information.
As the outside take actually not going Apex's way at all. This round is a complete write-off. Only Marcelius left with the scout, and it looks like not a single map will be going their way in this best of 3. Apeks thoroughly out in this Swiss system. This was their 3rd loss. Izako Boars, they're going to be fighting for staying in as they have a record of 2-2. And just completely smashed them here on the CT side. It was looking a lot closer. Apeks only getting 1 T-side round. Any closing thoughts here?
Rip my prediction. Apeks are looking decent on the first half, but They find one round on the offense, and it all falls apart. As Izako Boars will take it 2-1 or 2-0. Sorry.
That'll be it from us today. So I'll be seeing you boys on the flip side.
The flip side. Do people still say the flip side?
Of course not, but I said it, so that's about it.
Nice shot. Lock and load.
Wow, very good. Let me show you how it is done. Yeah, no. Ah, that was one of the best tickle fights I've been to.
Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I want to taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Counting like the 4-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
We'll be right back.